Well, I'm not sure what happened with the November 11th time, but I'm going to pick up just about where it quit on me. One item keeps cross-referencing, fitting into the dairy, fruit, and frozen and evening meals, snacks, and even breakfast. I notice it keeps appearing more frequently than the others. I noted times and dates, and it seems that everyone in the family, without exception, ate peach ice cream sometime within the week preceding their illness. I showed Mr. Soper the charts and how popular peach ice cream was at the Thompsons, and such a pleased light shone from his eyes. It shook my breath away. It makes me smile to think of it now. He says we will follow this lead next week. Sometimes I have the most unusual feeling at the office, forgetting of myself, that happens when I am deep into the work of transcribing notes. I feel as if I am no longer me, but rather a part of a larger thing, a giant machine with many components that function perfectly, a machine of knowledge, one that moves our lives forward in important ways. It's those times when I am furthering our work that I'm the happiest. Mom, however, seems to be in low spirits. I worry she's becoming lonely without me around so often. I've arrived at the apartment after normal hours thinking it's empty. The front room where I write beside the window and sleep by the stove and where we keep our kitchen and bathing things is quiet and untouched. And in the little back room where Marm sleeps is darkened. Evenings, when we are both home, we usually sit at our wooden table, boiling rose tea in which to dip the day-old bread that complements a warmed, fragrant spread of salted schmaltz. Sharing our borrowed newspaper or occasional magazine by gaslight. Nights when I'm late, there have been no cooking smells wafting from those rooms, and I find Marm asleep in the dark back room. She stirs when she hears me, and when she comes out, I see her eyes are puffy and red, and that her hair loose. Her natural beauty seems blunted then. The very pink of her lips and cheeks faded. It makes me seeing her like that. It shakes me seeing her like that, and I ask if anything is bothering her, but she claims not, and bustles about, lighting the stove and warming the chicken fat and the bread. She feeds me and asks me lots of questions about my work. She especially asks about Mr. Soper and his behavior toward me, as if she still hears Mrs. Browning's ugly parting words. I tell her Mr. Soper has more concern for the sewage system than for female species. I talk about our case. Tonight I describe the very possible breakthrough that we may have, thanks to the clue of the peach ice cream. The more I spoke to her, the more she relaxed and smiled, and she seemed satisfied that we made the right decision. I worry my work life will take me too far from home life and those characters in the novels I've been reading. The Jungle by Mr. Sinclair. It's a terrifying story, yet it feels true. The Lithuanian immigrants remind me very much of my more troubled neighbors. Too many overworked foreigners living on top of each other, sharing customs and the stink of boiled cabbage in the hallway. How lucky Marm and I are to have our little cubby of an apartment all to ourselves. I don't envy the difficulty my neighbors experience when they come to a new country where they don't speak the language and don't know the customs and sometimes have to hide their religion. We all seem to be from somewhere else, except, of course, the Indians, and in their exotic dress and features they appear the most foreign of all to me. I feel that things are changing for me and Marm the way the light does through the seasons, rays becoming whiter in the winter, thinning out and separating. We don't have enough time together anymore. Though we have more money because of my job, we haven't had any outings at all, and I wish I could do more for Marm. Could be more for Mom and do more for her. I think she's getting older and more tired. I must make an effort to spend more time with her if I can.